All right, if you hold Shiba Inu, this next altcoin moonshot is going to make you wealthier than anyone that you know. And if you look at the majority of the top 100, they're down right now. It's not a very good day in cryptocurrency land. You see these markets bleeding red and the majority of the charts look the same. What altcoins have room to grow and which ones are going to run while the rest of the market is red? Because if you watched yesterday's video and you've been following along, I talked about institutional hedge funds, and you look at these portfolio capitals and you see the categories right here sorting based on market cap. The largest holdings right now, guys, you can look at this. The largest holdings are the capital portfolio, these hedge funds, the index funds. So these index funds, these hedge funds, what they're doing is they're buying up the majority of the top 500, even the top 1,000, and they're buying them at the same time, they're selling them at the same time. That's why you see the tides rise together and the tides fall together for these top projects. But there is one project in the top 100 that I believe is drastically undervalued, and I'm going to talk about this large cap project in this video. So if you hold Shiba Inu and you're wondering where Shiba Inu is going to go next to retest its all-time high, it's 155% or a 1.5x. So that means if you were to put $1,000 into Shiba Inu, how much would you make? Well, if it retests its all-time high, you would make roughly $1,500, or you'd have $2,500. Now, that's not really life-changing income unless Shiba Inu goes beyond its all-time high. Now, will that happen? I believe it will, but it's going to take some time, because as it sits in this zone of support right here, it needs to hold the bottom portion of this zone of support. Otherwise, it would break to the downside. Now, if it breaks to the upside, I don't believe Shiba Inu is going to be retesting its all-time high relatively soon. I believe that will happen in 2022. I think we're going to end the rest of this year bearish below its all-time high. Now, that's not bad news, because there are other altcoins that are running right now. And if you've watched our videos, you've seen that we've caught those altcoins, we've called them, and our community is winning. It's undeniable. Everybody agrees, nobody disagrees, because the numbers don't lie. We talk about cryptocurrency. So a big thing that I like to look at is the GDP of countries. So the GDP of the USA is $20.94 trillion. It is at pretty much an all-time high right now in comparison to the past. And if you're wondering what GDP is, it's gross domestic product. It's the total monetary or market value of all finished goods and service products within a country's border in a specific time period. It's a broad measure of overall domestic production. It functions as a comprehensive scorecard, so to speak, of a given country's economic health. And if the GDP is higher, then that means the economy, whether it be artificially inflated or actually real, how the economy is doing, ultimately what it depends on is the amount of money that is being printed inside the economy, because then that affects goods and services. So if quantitative easing continues to go and Federal Chair Jerome Powell continues to crank off the printing press and just keep spinning that thing and money keeps chugging along and get put into the economy, what that means for cryptocurrencies, what that means for the stock market is we're going to keep going up. We're going to keep going up. Although there are, supply shortages and stuff for, cars and automobiles, that means the value of your car keeps going up. I bought the brand new Ford Bronco a few months back, and I paid, it was like the first edition Sport, the top of the line Sport before the newer ones were out. I paid $40,000, and I drove that into the dealership, and the guy was offering me $45,000 for it. So pretty much getting to drive it for free, make $5,000 on it because of the shortage out there. So everything is winning right now, but eventually there will be a crash in the market. So you have to be ready for that. And when the crash is coming, the whales will buy the dip. So if you don't have stablecoin reserves, and if you're not staking stablecoins, you definitely want to watch the previous video on that I talked about. But a crypto whale scooped up 50 billion Shiba Inu as the meme coin slumped this week. An Ethereum whale purchased close to $1.8 million worth of Shiba Inu as the Dogecoin inspired coin slid this week during a wider sell-off in digital currencies. The whale, a popular term for a big holder, bought 50 billion of the meme coins on Thursday, according to data from Whale Stats. If you want to check Whale Stats, you can see whale watchers. Just get your binoculars, get ready, because you'll see which coins they're buying the dips on, which tracks activities for the 1,000 largest Ethereum wallets. And the other day we talked about how the third largest Bitcoin wallet bought millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin during the dip, so they're preparing for an extended bull run as well too. That brought the Jurea wallet's total holdings to 1.67 trillion Shiba Inu, worth $59 million. It follows another big Shiba Inu bet on Tuesday when another whale scooped up close to $100 billion, worth $3.5 million, this time on the Binance Smart Chain. And Shiba Inu has fallen about 17% over the past 7 days and is down 2.9% in the past 24 hours. And as fears rise for these markets, and as fears rise as cryptocurrencies dip, when fear increases, the whales' excitement increases, guys. They play the reverse roles. So it's easy to get wealthy. If you want to get wealthier than anyone that you know, it's not about buying the dip. It's about managing your emotions when the markets crash and when the markets run. That's what it's about. Because if you can be in control of your emotions, you can manage your emotions properly, then you'll know when to buy, you'll know when to sell, and you'll know when to hedge your portfolio. Because when the markets start running parabolic, here's an example, guys, of what most people do or what they fail to do. So for example, maybe you made a smart decision and you bought Shiba Inu down here somewhere. Okay, you bought it down here somewhere, and the markets start to run, and they start to run, and they get to an all-time high. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh, it's going to keep going up. Your emotions are going to kick in, right? You feel the adrenaline. And if you've been through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You feel the adrenaline, and you're like, I'm going to get so rich. This is going to keep going. Finally, all that patience is paid off. And, you know, I'm not going to sell now. I'm going to have diamond hands because I saw a meme posted up on Instagram, or I saw a meme on, you know, somebody's YouTube channel, or they said, you know, my mentor on YouTube said, have diamond hands. So I'm going to have diamond hands. And all of a sudden, you know, the markets crash a little bit. You know, you see from right here from this wick, they go down 27% in, you know, a day. And you're like, oh, well, that's okay. You know, I'll just buy more of the dip. So you buy more right up here. Or maybe you're just holding. But some people are buying right here. And then all of a sudden, the markets crash even more. They go down even more. They drop another 20, 30%. See this one, 28%. And then you're like, okay, well, I'll either hold or I'll buy more. So maybe you buy more. And it just keeps dropping. You're like, okay, at this point, how long is it going to consolidate for now? And you either got stuck buying the top, or you got trapped in the emotion of not hedging profits into something else where the money is moving into. And when you're watching our videos, we talked about how whales were hedging out of Shiba Inu at that point into other projects. And we've been showing you inside of our Discord group what those projects are, and we have been spot on. And for those of you that want to get access to the Discord, plug in with the link in the description below. Go to runguys.com. You'll learn how to get access to that. Super, super simple, guys. But for Shiba Inu, I'm not buying more Shiba Inu right now. I'm not selling Shiba Inu. I'm holding during this time period because the amount of money I have in Shiba Inu, it's not going to be life-changing unless it goes past its all-time high. I think I got like 10 grand or something like that, so nothing too crazy. So I'm just going to wait on Shiba Inu for maybe like 5-10 years. I ain't worried about that because I'm moving bigger money into other projects that I believe have longer, bigger upside. And one of those projects, guys, and longer room for growth is XRP, because Shiba Inu being a meme coin, I don't know how long the whole meme coin ecosystem is going to last. Shiba Inu and Dogecoin are pioneers. You know, they're kind of like the ones that are the outliers. They're the ones that did it, that made it. Newer meme coins, they do have opportunity and potential. And of course, you know, with Elon Musk tweeting about certain stuff, you know, that could give some meme coins some good $50 million, $100 million, $500 million runs. And you can make some good money with those. And I think that's absolutely incredible. But long-term wise, XRP, I feel, is going to be the biggest wild card, but it's going to play off massively for those that have been patient this whole time. And XRP being the number one most suppressed cryptocurrency in the top 100, let alone in the entire industry, when this cryptocurrency breaks out, it is going to break out on a massive scale. Even though it is at a $38 billion market cap, seeing XRP below $1, come 2025, 2030, this project is not going to be anywhere close to that price at that point. And so if we go back here, if we look at XRP in 2017, before this massive bull run, and we go ahead and we scroll back here and we look at May 17th all the way till December, and we measure this out for XRP. From May to December, it was 202 days of consolidation period. 202 days of a consolidation period. If we were to go ahead and draw this symmetrical triangle where it's forming higher lows and lower highs before it broke out, if we go ahead and we zoom out and we look at where we are right now for XRP, when the lawsuit hit, lower highs and higher lows from December of 2020 and April/May. Well, if we were to draw that out and we were to line this up for you guys just like this, compared to 2017, it is almost identical, where you see this sell-off and buy the dip, another sell-off, buy the dip, another sell-off. Well, right now it's at a dip. Will this dip get bought up? Will it pull something like this? And once it breaks out of this downward trending resistance line that you can see right here, if I were to circle this for you guys, right here, once it breaks out of this zone right here, is XRP just maybe weeks away, days away? Could it be a month or two away? I don't care how long it takes, because I'm going to be alive for a lot longer than 1 year. So if it takes another year, it doesn't matter, because let's say you live to be like 100 years old. What is 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years of your life to get wealthy for the rest of your life? It's nothing. So when in doubt, zoom out. When XRP pops, I believe it's going to go between $15 and $30, which would be, if we were to measure that out for you guys, and just speculating here, there's no guarantees, and if I were to measure that out for you, that would be over 1,800%. Now, if XRP would go to $20, that would be 2,400%. If XRP goes to 25, it would be 3,000%. Anything above that is just a bonus, because that's a 20x, guys. That's over a 20x if it goes to roughly around $20, and that's like a 16x. So if you had $1,000, turning that to $15,000, $20,000, now that can be life-changing wealth for some people. That can be income that could help you, pay off your mortgage, pay off your debt, pay off whatever it is that you want. Now, if you're playing around with like $10,000, and that's all you have to put into cryptocurrency, again, don't take my speaking out loud here as financial advice, but diversifying is key. You don't want to dump it all in just Shiba Inu. You don't want to dump it all and put it all into XRP, of course. You want to split that and hold maybe 5% of your income that you have allocated towards cryptocurrencies, and you want to diversify that at between 5% in each project, no more than 5% in each project. So you might be holding 10 to 20 different projects, and a lot of those we've been talking about. So XRP being one of them. And the reason why will shock you, because Ripple, Goldman Sachs executive, says the XRP lawsuit is a phenomenal risk to reward ratio. It's a no-brainer, he's saying. Why would you not take a 10-to-1 risk to reward that has a catalyst around it? Raoul Pal, former head of European hedge fund sales, equities, and equity derivatives, he said in an interview that the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit made XRP very attractive as an investment. You want to know why? Because everyone in the cryptocurrency industry loves going against the system. And so with XRP going against the system, it has now become the Rocky versus Ivan Drago story, right? Where Ivan Drago is the SEC that just trains with all the machines that everyone's like, okay, kind of scared of, and then is going after Rocky, and Rocky is the one that's just been beat up in the fight, and eventually is going to come out with the W. And when it comes out with the W, it's going to be everyone's favorite cryptocurrency. Mark my words for that. The current founder of the global macro investor and exponential age asset management spoke to YouTube's Thinking Crypto about Bitcoin, Ethereum regulation, metaverse, NFTs, macro investing, but the risk to reward ratio on XRP was the particular highlight, and saying it's no-brainer 10-to-1 risk reward. Raoul Pal said he bought XRP about a year ago when the SEC lawsuit was filed, and precisely because of the lawsuit, I bought it for the reason that number one, it does have a use case, and it is being used over in other countries. The biggest people that are scared of it are the big banks in the United States, because it's challenging the archaic SWIFT system. But smaller banks are loving it, and smaller countries are loving it. So the domino effect is slowly starting to turn the tides. And number two, the court case is a phenomenal risk to reward. He further detailed what he considered to be the risk reward for XRP at a time of 10-to-1. I got heavily discounted in the price, and then I looked at it and thought, well, what's it going to do? Fall 100% from here to zero? Would it do that? Probably not, but if it gets solved, it's 10 times to the upside. And I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. Why would you not take a 10-to-1 risk reward that has a catalyst around it and has use case? If Raoul Pal bought XRP at the time of the lawsuit filing, each XRP might have cost between 20 and 50 cents, which was the price range between the 22nd of December and the early April. That's exactly when I bought too. And I did buy some at 70 cents, and I had to ride that dip. And believe me, that was not fun, and emotionally that was challenging, because to watch hundreds of thousands of dollars go down, to Not all you think it's going to fall apart completely. To not sell any of that, take some patience, guys, and you got to be grounded. You can't let that fear of it falling apart get you, because when it dipped down to 20 to 50 cents, that's when I bought more. Since the lawsuit is not over and assuming nothing changes in terms of risk to reward besides the price, the risk to return ratio of the current price of XRP sitting roughly around 90 cents. This may be a buying opportunity for investors following Raoul Paul's calculations. And his target he says around $2 to $5 for each unit. Maybe that's when he's taking profit. Some people will. I think it's going to go beyond that, because the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit will move forward and it will come to a resolution. There's a 100% chance that it will come to a resolution. Whether XRP wins, XRP loses, or they come to an agreement, it will reach a resolution, and eventually people will forget about it long term and we'll move forward. The lawsuit has frustrated many investors along the way. Settlement is showing no signs of happening this year, but Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn and Annalisa Torres, who've been praised by many, including Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse. As for the court case, Judge Netburn has most recently allowed both parties to rebrief regarding the deliberative process privilege in the context of the SEC's refusal to hand over documents and the agency's opinions on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and more that could be critical for Ripple's fair defense notice. A few days ago, XRP holders attorney John Deaton made a somewhat controversial statement about the state of the crypto space post-lawsuit if Ripple does win, including that only Bitcoin and XRP would be safe. Do you guys feel that's true? If Ripple wins the SEC lawsuit, only Bitcoin and XRP will be safe, he's saying. And what's crazy ironic is that with Gensler at the helm, the lawsuit could ultimately give Ripple and XRP an advantage moving forward. John Deaton, attorney from approximately 65,000 XRP holders, accepted as amicus curiae in the I don't know if I said that right, in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, has shared his thoughts on what may come next for XRP. In particular, the importance of a couple of rulings in a bull market to transform XRP into the only altcoin with regulatory clarity in the United States. So personally, if you're holding everything but XRP, that is not a smart strategy. And if you're only holding XRP, that's not a smart strategy. You got to be diversified between other altcoins. And I personally feel you have to hold XRP, because if regulatory clarity comes for XRP, and XRP is now declared as like the only cryptocurrency with regulatory clarity in the United States, that is massive bullish news, and money could flow out of a lot of altcoins and into XRP, and XRP could be that underdog favorite that now goes and flips, Ethereum. Maybe XRP would flip even Bitcoin. It would not shock me. That would not shock me at all. And if people think I'm crazy for that, look at what happened with Dogecoin. There's a cryptocurrency in the top 100 that's based on a dog. Anything is possible in these markets, guys. And you look at SHIBA INU. Look at SHIBA INU having billions of dollars of market cap based on another dog. Anything is possible. XRP is at all-time highs, puts Ripple in a leading position. John Deaton talks about the potential size of Ripple amidst a future XRP bull run capable of overshadowing the likes of Morgan Stanley, and Goldman Sachs, and the implications of a Ripple win. You saw what Ethereum did with the market cap surpassing all of the banks. XRP could do something similar. There's a way for the Ripple case to end and all parties winning. It requires two things. Number one, a favorable ruling for Ripple on fair notice and on the deliberative process privilege, and an altcoin bull market chart with an upward trend causing XRP to surpass its all-time high, for example, hitting $5 or higher. Then I feel it would go even further than that, because blue skies are ahead. Deaton started out by reminding that Ripple owns over 50 billion XRP, and a $5 XRP equals Ripple being worth $250 billion. $250 billion. Now, right now, it's sitting at $38 billion. $250 billion would put it at number 3. Ethereum is $472 billion. So that's possible, because when the tides rise, of course, so do all ships, and the market cap of the top 10 would be higher than that, because more liquidity is flowing into the markets. And it could be one of the biggest settlements in history. And I feel that it will, because the cryptocurrency bull run is the biggest bull run in history right now. And if Judge Torres declines or denies the SEC's motion to strike the fair defense notice, then Judge Netburn overrules the SEC's claim that the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP documents are privileged. Gary Gensler and the SEC could be facing a very significant precedent-setting loss with huge implications, he continues. Those implications could cause the SEC to avoid a trial or summary judgment. If XRP were to hit $5, Ripple could sell 10% of the monthly unlocked escrow and pay a settlement fine totaling as high as $500 million, providing Gensler with a big public victory and bragging rights. It'd be one of the biggest settlements in SEC history. If the settlement includes a declaration that ongoing sales of XRP are not securities, XRP then gets relisted and clarity is established. The SEC can use the money to create a fund and help reimburse harmed XRP holders. Now, would the SEC do that? I don't know if they're noble enough to do that, because personally, they don't care. They just use words to make it seem like they're the good guys, when in reality they're not. They're saying our primary goal is to protect investors. Well, they're not protecting people, because when they did that, they just dropped it on XRP, even though they could have warned everyone beforehand or something like that. They dropped it on XRP, and then the prices dropped, and it damaged a lot of holders just last minute, because there's no way you could prepare for something like that. And when we were talking about XRP consistently every single day, there's no way you could know something like that, because that's something that happens behind closed doors. And then once they drop the gavel, then all of a sudden by then it's too late, unless you're a billionaire and you're privy to that sort of information. We ain't got it like Bill Gates or Warren Buffett yet. We're just striving to be wealthier than everyone that we know, man. XRP and Bitcoin safe. Ethereum and Cardano, are they next? Gensler gets the credit helping his political chances. Ripple goes public and immediately becomes one of the most valuable fintech companies in the world, replacing Swift. XRP returns to battling Ethereum for the #2 spot. XRP holders get to finally see which technology wins. Are these predictions going to come true? In this scenario, both the SEC and Ripple win, but only Bitcoin and Ethereum would be safe, as John Deaton points to fears that Ethereum could be next in line for an SEC lawsuit, because Ethereum has a CEO, Vitalik Buterin. Does everyone win in the above scenario? The SEC wins, Ripple wins, XRP holders who never sold win, but what about other crypto projects? If the above scenario happens, ironically, only Bitcoin and XRP would be safe. Can Ethereum investors honestly say they are not worried? Can Cardano's holders or other holders say they're not worried? Meme coin holders, other projects that could be considered securities? John Deaton explains why the worry. Fox Business journalist Gasparino has recently concluded that SEC's Gensler is waiting on the outcome of Ripple case, and then he may go after Ethereum depending on what happens. There's a reason Gensler won't comment on whether he believes Ethereum is a security. It's because he wants the option of going after them. And what's crazy ironic is that with Gensler at the helm, the lawsuit could ultimately give Ripple and XRP an advantage moving forward, he concluded. Although John Deaton has come to a conclusion that only Bitcoin and Ethereum would be safe after the above-mentioned statement. Why Bitcoin? Well, it's because how are you going to sue Satoshi Nakamoto if you can't even fight him? You don't even know who he is. It's completely decentralized. Ripple officials have stated they have gone forward with the lawsuit as to the means to protect their interest, but also the cryptocurrency industry. And in addition, several legal experts, including XRP-friendly attorney Jeremy Hogan, have said a win on fair notice could save the industry from the SEC. So we'll keep you up to date with that. We'll keep you guys